Hello. Hi, y'all. You know how some days you got it all together, and then some days it's just kind of a train wreck? I'm not quite train wreck territory, right? But it's all over the place this morning. In fact, hold on, I even need to do something I forgot about before I hit start. I mean, that just goes to show you, right? But there we go. That should do it. And welcome back to the table with me, Shub. Hello, choo choo. Choo 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 choo. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that particular emoji before. Yeah, so we're getting going. And today at the table, we have one of my top 10 games of all time. Easily. Maybe even a deserted island or like crashed on an island kind of games. I would probably put this in one of the top games I would bring with me on a deserted island. I've played it in many different incarnations. I played the base game a lot, but I've also added a bunch of the expansions in. I've played multiple different community bots, that AI opponent bots for this game. And today we're going to try a new one that I am pretty optimistic about. I think that this bot may actually be the thing that brings this game back to the table for me a lot, because this game's been out since 2017, which doesn't seem like it's a very long time, but it's very popular. And it also has what that has meant is that the publisher has released a lot of little mini expansions for it over the years. And the solo bot needs to account for a lot of those kind of the nuances of the mini expansions. If not, you as the player can kind of exploit that gap and beat the bot. So the various bots that have been created by the community for this game over the years have come and gone or shown up at different stages along the way, pre and post some of these expansion modules. And some of those designers have gone back and revised those bots to account for the modules, and some have not. And some of my more popular, some of my most desirable mini expansions for this game, the bot that I had been using just didn't account for them, and I just was able to kind of crush the bot after a while. So I haven't played this game in over a year because I've just been waiting for someone to put out a better bot that was more adaptable. And I think that time has come. So it is time to feature Raja the Ganges finally on stream. So this, I'll tee it up, right? I'll give you the thematic tee up here. India in the era of the aspiring Mughal Empire. New lands are being gained along with great prosperity attained through the trading of silk, tea, and spices. Imposing structures such as the Taj Mahal and the Red Fort are being built, and gorgeous gardens are created alongside new buildings and parks that will impress generations to come, even centuries later. At a time when the empire has almost reached its greatest dimensions and is in a phase of relative stability, players representing Rajas and Ranis are called upon to live up to the requirements of their role as venerable sovereigns. They must improve their estates into magnificent and wealthy provinces, keeping in mind that the important role of karma. Players balance their growth in a demanding interplay between prestige and prosperity. The one with the most successful outcome will truly become one of the nation's legendary leaders. So, we are leaders of India in a time of great growth and prosperity. And we must be mindful of karma as we seek to both increase our prosperity and our prestige. So that is a tricky balance to strike, as you can imagine, because in our current society, one can argue that we are not really paying too close attention to karma. and instead we are just doing whatever benefits us the most. And that's a very short-sighted view. It doesn't. It looks at prosperity and prestige and does not look at karma. So I like this game because it forces you through mechanics to account for all of that together. At its core, Rogers of the Ganges is a worker placement game, a dice manipulation game, and a tile laying game. These are all some of my, yes, right, correct, that, what you might say there. Right, but not necessarily in a time before the Portuguese. They are involved in this game insofar as they aid in the sailing. Basically, the area that you're going to in the harbor is involving the Portuguese. But yeah, at the end of the day, our goal is to work within society, represented by the palace, which is over here on this left side. We'll get into how this works. And working with the people that inhabit the palace. Sailing up the Ganges, the river, and the benefits that come with that. And then you're going to be building out your province. It starts with a kind of a blank estate. This is my little player board province board. It's very empty. I just have my one little estate here, and that's it. I have this wide open expanse of land with which to expand into a proper province that I'm governing. And then along the way, we are contributing to the construction of some of India's great works. That's represented by these 4 big projects that we've got going on here. And so we'll be trading and we'll be gaining some resources through the markets that we establish within our province as well. We'll be gaining new workers along the way. You'll notice that on the player board, there are locations where there are stacks of workers just waiting to be unlocked as we progress. The key thing that I love about this game is that you're not earning victory points. You're earning fame and you're earning money. And you're also managing your karma. But the way the game works is there's actually 2 scoring tracks. You have the fame track, and that's the yellow inside edge of this track that goes around the board. And then you have money, which is the outer edge, the gray edge on the very edge of the board that goes the other direction. So fame starts here and goes that way. And money starts here and goes that way. So you're tracking both of those. And of course, with money, you're actually spending money. So it's not a linear progression. It goes up and down, hopefully more up than down, right? Because you got to spend money to make money. And as these 2 trackers go up and around the board, they will eventually meet. And when they meet and or pass each other, either player, me or the bot, the end of the game will be triggered. So we control when the game is ending. And we do that strategically. We want to maybe not let the game go on too long, lest our opponent get some advantage that would maybe tip the scales in their favor. Yeah, or you also may want an extra couple turns because you have this thing that you're building towards that just needs one more action to get done. We will trade off actions. I will take an action and resolve it. The AI will take an action and resolve it. And when we both run out of workers, the round is over, and then we pull our workers back, and we trade off again. And that system continues to go. When I said it's a dice manipulation game, there are 4 different colors of dice. There are, blue, green, yellow, and purple. And different things that you're trying to achieve require different colored dice. Also, different types of places that you'll go on the board will require different pip values on those dice. And the buildings that you build into your province, that's what the stack of tiles is right here. They have a different color and total value, pip value, that you must achieve in order to get them built. So you're constantly in this state of, what dice do I have? What pip values are on those dice? How do I change the value of those dice if I need to? Or how do I trade those dice to get other things? Do I trade those dice? Do I spend those dice to build buildings? When do I do those things? I'm looking at what the opponent is doing. I'm looking at what I am trying to achieve and worrying about what they might do to try to block me or stop me or get in my way. You know, good stuff. So, Rajas of the Ganges, can we increase our fame, increase our wealth to a point where it reaches a pinnacle, meaning they meet themselves or exceed themselves, before the other guy? And here's the trick. The victor of the game is not the first person that triggers the end of the game. It is the difference in distance between those two markers once they have met or passed each other. So let's say, for the sake of argument, we get to the end of the game and I am like literally one step away from making them meet. The best thing I can do is try to get to that point when I am on the verge of a huge explosive play that's either going to increase my money or increase my fame or both. So that when I take my next step, these two markers go like this as far as possible. Because you want them as far apart as possible. More so than the other guy. Because that means you will win and they won't. So just because you trigger the end of the game doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. It depends on those last few actions and what you're able to get done at the very end. We'll get through that as we go, and there are some nuances to that, of course, as there always would be. But today we are not just playing with the base game. We're not just playing the base game's advanced mode, which is kind of what I would view the full game. The standard mode, the basic mode of this game, is a kind of a learning mode of the game. It's less complex, but you also don't see the full scope of the game. So you kind of need to play that at the beginning to learn how to play it. But once you've done that once or twice, you can just play the advanced version the rest of the time you ever play this game. And that's what we're playing. So we're playing the advanced version, but I haven't just played the advanced version. I also today have the Mango Village mini expansion. That's this tile right here. This actually is themed so that it just kind of sits right on top of the board and bolts right in. It just adds another worker placement spot to the board. I am playing with, what is the name of this one? The names of these are actually harder to remember than anything. They're cool names, but there's so many little mini expansions that I can never keep them all straight. But basically, I'm playing with this upgraded worker option. These are transparent acrylic workers where the rest of them are painted wood. If I unlock these, then I basically upgrade one of my existing workers to allow them to go to a location and ignore the pip value. Basically, I get to convert the pip value on that die to whatever I want. But only when I use that worker to execute that action. That worker is the upgraded worker that gives you that ability. And I don't start the game with that upgrade. I have to go and earn it through gaining at least 10 fame. And the same goes for the opponent. If I reach 20 income, 20 money, then I'll get a worker. If I reach 15, then I get another worker. 15 fame, I should say. I'll get another worker. Then if I go up the river and I pass this bridge, then I will gain my third extra worker for a total of 6. You start the game with 3 and you get up to 6. Where is the main book? And this was something I meant to look up before I began, so I'll quickly do that now. I believe in play with 6 workers. Okay, cool, great. So in the base game, you're limited to 5 workers. In the advanced regular version of the game, you get all 6. So I can unlock all 6 of these, all 3 extra workers for a total of 6 in this version. Yeah, okay. So, and then the other thing I'm playing with is an upgraded karma track. Over here is the karma track. We start at 1 karma. You can have up to 3, and you can actually come down and use all of your karma and be at the bottom as well. So you start with 1, you can go from 0 to 3 karma. you spend karma to change pip values of dice, up or down one, essentially. The advanced version also, when you increase your karma, you also get a benefit, a different benefit for the different levels of karma. It could be that you advanced the progress on one of the big buildings you're working on. It could be money, it could be fame, or it could be a die of your choosing. And that's just a die color of your choosing. Yes, thank you, correct. Appreciate that. What else am I doing? Do I have anything else out right now? There are additional tiles that have been added to the different types of tiles in the game. Those are included as well. There's only one set that has not been, and that's one from the Goodie Box 2. And I'm not choosing to include that just to help keep the complexity manageable. There's a lot added. Oh, I did add the transparent acrylic giant elephant here. And the giant elephant is interesting because it allows you to go to a location that is already occupied by your opponent. But it's a one shot. Once you use it, you don't get to use it again that round. You basically just get to use it once. If you manage to keep the elephant, then you can use it again next round. But that's not a foregone conclusion either. The opponent can also take the elephant. And if they have the elephant, then they get that benefit as well. Okay, so the game is very easy at its core, though. You're just looking at the actions and seeing what you're going to get and choosing one of them for your turn. So I think we can really just kind of jump in. I don't think there's anything else to really cover. Oh, I should. Yeah, there is a little bit. On the province board, which is my player board right here. In fact, here, let me give you a close-up view of this. We'll kind of tootle around the board briefly. This is my province board here. And that is a little too far zoomed in. Oh, no, it's not. No, you can see that. Great. And you'll notice my palace starts here at the top. And then I have to build out from the palace. And I can place, as long as they're connected to roads or the palace itself, I'm good. I can put them wherever I want. If I connect up roads to the locations along the perimeter or along this center box here, these are all kind of one-time benefits that I can unlock. I think I have to connect them to roads. I'll have to double check when we get to building them. If nothing else, it's just getting a tile in that box, but I'm pretty certain I have to connect them with a road. Anyway, if I manage to connect up these, then I get those unlocked along the way. Some of them are things like a yellow die, right? Or victory points, or a die color of my choosing, or fame, more fame, a die in karma, right? Money. This is a special upgrade that I got at the beginning. Every player gets one brown upgrade. They get to choose which side to put it on, this side or this side. I chose over here. And this one says, when you actually connect up to this spot, for every 3 steps along the river that you've managed to go, you will gain 1 fame. So this is a long-term goal. For me, this spells, it would be beneficial for me to try to get as far up the river as possible before I connect this up, so I can gain the maximum number of fame in one shot as possible. It may even be a good endgame strategy to trigger this as one of my last actions. We'll see. Maybe that's something to think about. So that's all dependent on what I managed to build out here on my province board. So that's my province board in a nutshell. As I mentioned before, these are the tiles that we can be building out on the province board. These are stacks of tiles, and as we build, new ones will come out underneath. So these are just the current ones we start with. You'll notice they have different colors for the different colors of dice, and they have different numbers on them. That's the total number of pips required. So if I want to build this one, this blue one right here, can you even see that? Yes, you can. So if I want to build this one, it says 6 blue, which means I can spend 1 die with 6 pips on it to build that. I don't require multiple, but you'll notice almost every other tile on here requires 2 dice because there are either the pit value is larger than 6, or it explicitly says it needs 2 dice. Some of those dice have to be equal, but they don't have to be the same color. Some of them have to be a certain color and then an additional die of your choosing. Doesn't matter what it is. So it all just depends. And they will generate. They all have different symbols on them. Like these buildings here are all great works that you're working on in the civilization. And when they trigger, you will be able to go up on the progress of those buildings, which just earns you more fame. There are certain goods that get produced by the various different market stalls that are kind of created in your province, and those will generate you income and so on. So we can be looking out here to try to leverage these to great effect as we get them built. This one here lets me pull back a worker that I'd already placed, and then that gives me an additional worker for that round. So yeah, there's a lot to consider, but it's also kind of dealer's choice, right? It's kind of up to you. So that, I think, is it in a nutshell. I don't know that I really need to cover anything else. I will take you around the board briefly. I mentioned that this is, I'll go here first. This is the palace. These are the kind of the royalty, if you will, the people of the court that can help you in some way. These are all actions that I'll be taking a lot of throughout the game. These require dice values, but not necessarily color. You can use any color you want, but they have to be a certain pit value in order to go and visit these people. I can come down here, as I showed a second ago. This is also part of the palace where I can convert dice. I can say I can trade a blue die for 2 orange, or an orange die for 2 purple, and so on. Let's see. Over here, that's not a good view, actually. I probably should adjust this view. One moment, let me do that. I forgot that there's 4 of these I need to do. That's much better. Okay, right. So these are the great works. And when you, there are opportunities, you'll notice these are little upgrade tiles. There are opportunities to gain these tiles. And when you gain these, you put them onto your player board, onto your province. And they actually change up what these locations do. So the things that are printed on the board are just the starting ones. But you can choose to override them and make them even more powerful. And you get to choose where to put them. As long as they match the color, you can overwrite one of them. So it's programmable. You get to kind of choose how this progresses as well. And then finally, here's my statue. And you start the game with 1 of each die, the color, and then you roll them. And that's what I got. So, yeah, I have a blue 4, a green 3, a purple 1, and a yellow 1, for example. My opponent, I don't believe, starts with any dice. I'll double check. No, they don't, because they don't interact with dice, because it's a bot, and let's not make this more complicated than it has to be. That's a good rule. So they start out with their 3 workers. They also have this elephant tile, which just designates the fact that they're the first player. I can steal the first player marker if I wish, and I probably will. But they can steal it back also. So yeah, so that's where they start. So I kind of have these views set up so that we can kind of watch the cards that get played by the bot as well. And so you can kind of get a view for that. I also have a close-up view of the whole board, which I'll probably be leveraging most of the time in case unless there's something that we need to look at somewhere else, just so you can kind of see the board state. So yeah, I believe, hey, Blood Boiler, thanks for coming in, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're playing Rajas of the Ganges, one of my top 10, maybe even top 5, deserted island kind of what would I take with me kind of games. I love this game. I played it a lot. I'm glad you're watching. I played it a lot, but I haven't played this solo bot, and I haven't played with some of the mini expansions that I haven't played today. So it's gonna be interesting. So let's get into it, though. I think I have talked enough about how the game works. The bot goes first, And the way this works is I'll come over and we'll take a look at the bot and its cards. I'll bump these up slightly so we can see everything crisp and clear. Good, great. Okay, so what happens is this is the bot's deck of cards. And this, by the way, I mentioned before, this is the Maharaja solo bot, which is a community creation. This game is 2 to 4 players normally on the box, but that was unacceptable to most of us. We felt that a solo version was sorely needed, and a lot of different people have created different bots for this, and this is the latest one, and I think it's going to be the one that sticks. We'll see how it goes. So how this works is you turn over the top card, and these are shuffled, and it says what it wants to do. Well, it's going to visit the query or the market, and how that works, I'll look up here because it's actually easier to read. It's going to go to the market. Okay, which market is it going to go to? Well, we follow the next arrow, and that tells us where it wants to go. It's going to go to this location on the market. So we'll come over to the market, and what it's looking to do is it's going to come right here. That's the location that it's selected. Now, what happens when it goes to the market is a good question. Let's make sure. Resolve the action by assessing the markets on the bot's collected province tiles. It has not collected any. Sucker. It always scores the most markets it can, as if the die it would have given up was infinity. That's no good. The bot will still go to a market stall even if it has no corresponding markets in its supply. Oh, great. Cool. So it's not an invalid move. It just doesn't have any markets to capitalize on. So I dodged a bullet, but that's because it is early game. That fortune will not last long. So I am looking at the main board view. Great. Okay, so what do I want to do? I have 3 workers. It has 3 workers. It has taken the first turn, which, by the way, is also a novel thing. Most bots that you play against almost always mean that you're the first player, and some games even say you're always the first player. This game, you are not the first player when the game starts, and it can steal it back. On that note, do I want to spend an action to steal it? I might, because if I come over here, I have 2 1s right now, 2 1 value dice, and I need to spend a 1 value dice over here to visit this person who will give you the first player marker and 2 fame. I like the idea of getting fame early because I can unlock this special worker upgrade, which gives me better powers for the rest of the game. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it now before he does to lock in that first player marker. Now, which die do I want to use? I have a choice. I can use the yellow die or the purple die. That comes down to what we think we might want to build first. I think it does anyway. Let me look around and just double check. Yellow or purple, huh? There is a purple 7. So I could get that built. And if I get that built, so what I'm looking at is here. I'm looking at this tile here. It requires a total value of 7. So if I had a 6 purple, then my 1 purple would make that a 7 and that'd be done. I could buy that. I could go to the market and build that right away. I should mention that I start the game with 4 money, and my opponent, the bot, starts the game with 3 because he goes first. So I get more money, but I go second. That's kind of how that works. So I have the money to build this. So that's not a problem. I just don't have that purple 6 yet. So maybe I spend the yellow 1. Maybe I spend the yellow 1. Yes, let's not overthink it. Let's spend the yellow 1. So we're going to come over here. Well, I'll take this. I'll take this view. So I'm going to take the yellow 1 off of my statue right here, and I'm going to spend that to go right there. But that's not how I go there. I don't go there. I just put my worker there, and I say I'm going to spend this yellow 1. Yes, thank you very much. And so I spent the yellow one, and I put my worker there, and now I take the elephant token off of my opponent's statue, and I put it on my own. I'll just put it down here just to make it easy. So now I have the elephant statue there, and I also get 2 fame. So I'll come back to this view, and you'll see me. I'll take this token, and I'll come up to 2 fame. So now I've earned my first 2 fame of the game. Huzzah. That was my whole turn. I stole back first player marker, and I got 2 fame. Done. Let's find out what the bot does next. This comes back to discard, and then we just pull another card. Oh, he's going to come to the chambers, which is the fancy people in the palace. And he said he's going to take the 4 value action. Okay. So he's going to take that. What happens when he goes up on a... he goes up on... No. Hold on. I'm just checking because I don't know. I've never done it before. River spots, karma, upgrades. No. Gaining workers. No. Money, fame, dice. Right. Chest of fates. Those are modules. Province styles. No. Yeah. How about the... I'm sure it's kind of like a foregone conclusion situation. He gets $3. I know that. So we'll just move him up on the $3 chart. We'll do that first because it's easy. So he starts at 3 and he goes up to 6. So now he's got $6. Unlike me, he never has to spend his money. He just continues to earn money and I have to spend it. Jerk. But I just want to make sure I don't mess up what happens when he goes to one of those locations. Oh, whoops. So this was highlighted in yellow. Let me show this. This is the instructions for the bot's actions. It says very important in yellow. If the bot ever ends its turn without gaining any money or fame, it gains 2 fame. The first action it took, it gained nothing. Therefore, it actually earned 2 fame. I did not track that. I have now. He's actually tied with me. Sure. Okay, I need to remember that for next time. What do I do about the... upgrades. The bot will make upgrades to with the following priorities. It will upgrade the temple with its token that is furthest to the left. Well, if I look at the upgrades to the buildings, that's what these are referring to. The tokens are, they're all furthest to the left. Breaking further ties with the temple order from top to bottom. Oh, great. Okay, cool. So he goes up 1 step here. So that's what that icon meant. He went here and he said, hey, you get 1 upgrade to one of these, one of the special buildings we're all competing to build of your choosing. You get to choose which one, and you get $3. So I gave him $3, and he chose the topmost because they were all tied. So this will become easier the more we see them, but I just want to kind of step through them at first. Okay, what do I want to do now? Well, I think I want to go up the river because if we look at the river, in fact, I'll come here and I will, how do I want to do this? I will start here, I guess. Yeah, okay, so let's pop in there. So this is the harbor, and you put your workers out here. Obviously, multiple people can come to the harbor to go up the river in 1 round, but the first person who comes here doesn't have to pay anything. So I kind of want to beat him to the river because I don't want to pay any money if I don't have to, especially since he doesn't have to spend any money. So I don't want to spend any money if I don't have to. Obviously, I'm going to have to, but if I can keep that to a minimum, I really, really want to. So I want to go up the river because that long-term goal of mine is beneficial. And all of these spots along the river here are all good things. There's nothing bad in the river. It's all beneficial in some way. So it doesn't matter what I do. What it does matter is, let's see, is it dice value? Yeah, dice value. So if I look here on the harbor, the die that I choose to commit to this action will dictate how far along the river I get to move. And it has to be a 1, 2, or a 3. So if I look at my available dice, I have a 1, a 3, and a 4. So I can't use the 4, but I could use the 1 or the 3. So I can only ever move up to 3 per movement on the river. With that in mind, if I were to go all 3, I would get $4. That doesn't suck. If I go 2, then I visit this person over here in the palace, this one, and that would visit them as if I spent the dice to do it. I would just go here and get the same ability. And I would get 2 karma. I start with 1, so I would be maxing out my karma and a die of my die color of my choosing. And since I'm spending dice, getting more dice for free, that doesn't suck. So the other option is I just go 1. If I go 1, I get 3 dice. I get a blue, a yellow, and a purple die. I guess they're orange, not yellow, but yeah. So I get those 3 color dice. I go 1 space and I get 3 dice. I might do that. I mean, I know I was talking about saving that 7, that purple for the 7 purchase building, but I might go here, spend a 1 pip die and get 3 dice. That's a pretty good move. More spending power. I think I'm going to do that. We're there. Okay, so I'm going to spend my worker. I'm going to take my worker off my player board here, and I'm going to go to the open space that doesn't cost anything on the river. And I'm going to move my boat 1 step. So yeah, I want to get up the river, certainly, but I don't want to lose out on these lucrative river spots. I should mention, you'll notice that some of these are tokens. Yes, I do love me a river action. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Because, I mean, come on now. Look, I can plan on it. I know what benefits I'm going to get. Plus, when you get further up, you get to score and generate all kinds of stuff. So, like, river's pretty powerful. But there are many other ways to score points in this game. So, to progress, I should say. So, I've decided I'm going to spend my 1 pip purple die, that one, and it goes back into the supply. And I go 1 step. And in exchange, I get a purple, a blue, and an orange/yellow die. So I grab these 3 dice. And as I was saying, on the river, some of these are tiles. That means during setup, you're actually semi-randomly drawing tiles randomly and placing them out on the river. And so every game you play, the number of upgraded tiles and the distribution of them are different. So some of these, they all have a base thing underneath them. And you'll just depend on what you pull, depend on what numbers you end up rolling, you will get a different river every time. Okay, so I spent the 1 value die and I got 3 dice in exchange. Since my province board is empty at the moment, oh no, I have a die roller. What am I talking about? I'll scoot that into frame here. Let me figure out a good way to do that. Where do I want to put it? Put it here? Can you even see that? No, you can't see that. Why can't you see? Oh yeah, you can see that. It's in the top corner. Great. So I'll when you get dice of any type, you always roll them at the beginning, and that tells you what they are. So I got, what did I get? I got a 4 purple, a yellow 1, and a 5 blue. Okay. So I'll come over here and we'll put these anywhere. It doesn't really matter where. The statue is valuable for helping you to remember how many dice you are allowed to have. At the moment, I now have 5 dice, so I have the availability to store 3 more. So, you can only ever have up to 8 dice. That's a pretty good move. Okay, now I wonder what he's going to do. This is his last action of the round. We'll see what happens. He's going to visit the chambers, and he's going to go to the 4 spot. He can't go to the 4 spot because that location's already been taken. So I'm going to draw. He's going to draw again. He is going to go to the river. So I'm glad that I did that. And he's going to go to the 2nd spot because you can tell that through this arrow. So he's going to go up 2 on the river. So that means he went up 2 on the river. So now he's here. He's going to visit the special guy in the palace. So I don't remember if you put your worker there. No, you don't put a worker there because you already spent it to go to the river. So anyway, he takes it as if he went there. So he goes up 2 on the karma track. Jerk. I'll just come out to this view. So he's here. He's got 1 karma and he goes up 2. What happens when he gains karma? If the bot already has 3 karma and it is to gain 3 more, or is to gain more, then the bot will instead lose 1 karma for each karma that is to be gained. So he just goes up and down the track. Otherwise, he gains it normally. Okay. So he doesn't gain dice. He never gains dice because he doesn't manage dice. So we just ignore dice. It gains 1 money per die it is to receive. Well, because he upgraded, because we were using the upgraded karma track, what does the rules say about the upgraded karma track? Let's go find it. Multi-language rule books are fun. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, place your worker at the temple and receive 1 blessing from an unoccupied row of your choice. That means from a carnival. Right. Aha. Okay. Is that all it is? Cool. All right. Easy day. Okay, so he would have gained a die, but instead he gains the money because that's what the rules say. Okay. Easy, easy. I still have a worker. He's out of workers. The round is almost over. What do I want to do now? I have 2 dice of the same... Oh, wait, okay. Let's come over here and look at our available tiles. These 2 tiles over here are special. These are Mango Village tiles. They have no cost other than these 2 dice can be any value, but can also be any color. So they have to be the same color. I believe it has to be the same color or the same value. Let me double check that because now I've got myself wondering. Boom, 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 boom. Contents. There we are. Give up a double, i.e. 2 dice showing the same value. The dice color does not matter in this case. Okay, so the value has to be the same, but the color doesn't matter. So if I look at my dice right now, if I wanted to build one of those, I have a lot of dice. I have a double. I have a 4 and a 4. Maybe I build one. I want to build out my province board. It's valuable to do so. What happens when you build a province tile? Let's go find out, because now you got me wondering, do I immediately activate it or no? I don't think so. Building. Right. Did that. Right. Yeah. Okay. You can't relocate buildings once you build them. Of course, they're buildings. Okay. So, what happens then? When do they produce? Do they produce? Hold on. Do I want to build them right now or not? When you add a tile with 1 or 2 markets, you immediately receive the amount of money indicated on that tile. Oh, ew. Okay. So what happens in the Mango Village tiles? Do I immediately get to trigger them? Just like that? Good question. Once placed gives you an individual yield. Yes, okay. Okay. So if I spend 2 dice to build this one, I will gain 2 money and a purple die 1 time when I build it. Why would I want to do that? Well, I'm spending 2 dice to get $1 and $2. Not a great trade. It's an okay trade. But I am getting a 4-way tile. I'm getting 4 roads on this tile. It's a pretty good like infrastructure tile. This one, the other option, is that I get to trigger 2 of my markets. I believe that's what that means. But I don't have any markets here right now, so this isn't the one to use at the moment. I could build that. It would cost me $1 to build it though, because building one, you have to visit the quarry in the first location. Oh wait, he went to the, yeah, I have to go to the quarry, and the quarry always costs at least $1 if you're the first one to go here. So I'm going to spend, I'm basically going to get net $1. I'm going to lose 1 die, and I'm going to get this tile. It's not a great build, but I do need to think about building out my province. And there's plenty of other 4-way tiles that yield other things. So no, I don't think I'm going to go to the Mango Village. That's a bummer. I was thinking about going to the Mango Village, but I think there's probably better moves for me right now. Like, do I have a 2? I don't. I have Karma. I was thinking I could go visit the dancer, who would give me 2 dice of any color and an upgrade tile, which would improve my province board a bit. I don't have a 6, or I could visit this person and then go up 6 on the river. Tricksy, tricksy, tricksy. What shall I do? Increasing my karma wouldn't suck right now, because I would then be able to spend it for dice manipulation. I do have a 3. It's the only green that I have. You know what? I will. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to visit this person. I'm going to spend the only 3 I have, this 3 green. And that is what's going to allow me to go here. I'm going to go up on my karma track 2. So now I'm maxed out on the karma, and I get a die of my choosing. But I also get another die from the fact that I maxed out my karma. So I'm up there. I think that's true. Now that I'm reading that, I remember hearing something that the location has to be empty. Place your worker at the temple and receive 1 blessing from an unoccupied row of your choice. That means from a karma level that currently has no karma cubes. Well, there's already a karma cube there. So I think that means I don't get that benefit. That's okay. He beat me there, but I still want the extra karma, so I'm going to do that. But I still get a die of my choosing. So I'm going to go with a purple die. I'm going to go with a purple die. And I got a 3. That's cool. Okay, so I was saying that that building had a yellow, not a yellow, a purple 7 cost. Well, I had a 4 and I just got a 3. So now I have that 7. So I think we're going to build that building next turn. But the round is over now. Our first end of round. Again, I go slow the first round because I'm still like relearning the game in many cases. So forgive me, it will speed up as we play. Promise. End of a round. After you've placed all of your active workers and carried out all applicable actions, the round ends. If one of the players has placed a worker on the Great Mogul, that was me, he now gets the starting player, Elephant, and becomes the starting player of the following round. So I get to go again. Haha. If nobody has sent a worker there, the Elephant goes from the previous starting player clockwise to the next player. So it always moves unless somebody goes there. But the thing is, I went there on purpose, even though I knew it was going to move to me, because he can go there and lock it in for himself. And I really didn't want him to. All players take all of their active workers off the game board and put them back below their statue. After that, we go again. Great. Okay, cool. So back to here. I'm just going to give him back his workers. I'm going to take mine. Okay. And we keep on going. Great. Now it's my turn again. Haha. What do I want to do? Well, I already have the first player, Elephant. It's going to go to him again unless I stop it. I don't think I want to do that, though. I think I want to build this building, or this province tile, before he gets a chance to go to the quarry, because I don't want him to make it more expensive for me. So, for my first worker, I'm going to come over here to the quarry. I'm going to take the first spot. It costs $1 to go there, so I decrease my dollars from 4 down to 3. And now I get to build the province tile of my choice. As I mentioned, this one has a cost of 7. It is a purple. So I have to spend 7 pips of purple dice to build this province tile. Do I want to? And as I think about that, I go, well, wait a minute. I want the market, sure, and I want to go up on this track, absolutely. My worry is it's a right-handed tile. That might be okay, though. Let's build it anyway. I'm going to build myself into a corner, but oh well, so be it. Yeah, why not? Let's get that done. So let's go over here. We're going to spend our 2 purple dice, our 4 and our 3. Gone. And we are going to build this tile. So we're going to take this off, and a new one underneath it gets revealed. Now on the province board, I have a choice of where to put it. Really, I only have 3 spots, though, because it has to be adjoining my palace to start with. From that point forward, though, every new building can connect back to the palace through roads, and it's okay. What does that mean? Well, if I look at my tile that I just bought, it has a right-hand turn, which means if I put it here, the only place that I can build off of that tile will be here, because the road only connects to here. This would be a bad place to put that tile, because it would be really making it difficult to get down into here. Instead, I could put it here or here. If I put it here, then I get no extra benefit. If I put it here, I get no extra benefit, I don't think. I'll double check it in the rules in a minute, because the road goes down here. It doesn't connect into those, right? I can't put it here because it doesn't connect back to the palace. So my other option is to go here. This one, unless upgraded, doesn't give you any benefit at all. This one comes printed for $2. So why not? I could build this and then get my $2 benefit. I'm going to triple check that I am right about the building and connecting up to those. Pretty sure I am, but you know, it's the first time building a province tile, so I'll look it, make sure. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, great. roads. Puts a province tile with a bend in the corner on the left. Since the end of the road on the tile connect to both adjacent yields and are thus connected to the residence. Take any one down. Yeah, okay, great. I'm right. You do have to connect them with roads. So this is a legal placement. It connects back to the palace, and it does connect me to the one of two bonus locations. So I get that bonus. Great. So I'm gonna build it there. I'm gonna take my $2 and I go up to 5. So now I'm there. And what did it say? It said I get to trigger the market, if I recall. Let's see. Where is it? There we go. Okay. When you add a tile with 1 or 2 markets to your province, you immediately receive the amount of money indicated on that tile. When you add a tile with 1 or 2 buildings, you immediately receive 2, 3, or 4 fame points for each building, depending on where your upgrade cube is on the scroll for the corresponding building. Oh, all right. Cool. All right. So we built a tile with 1 market and 1 building, one of the big fancy buildings that we're all contributing to. So that means this market pays me $2. So I go up to 2. I'm now tied in money with my bot opponent. And I score fame equal to where my marker is on that building right now. So if we come over here and we look, this is the building that we're talking about. And my marker is currently on the 2 fame. So for building that in my province, I'm basically contributing to the construction of this building. I get 2 fame. If I later upgrade this, then every single time I build a tile with that icon on it, I would gain more fame than 2. I'd gain either 3 or 4. So back to the main board. Yeah, so here I am. I'm down here, and I gained 2 fame because I built that. So now I'm up to 4. All right. I'm keeping up with my bot overlord so far. Okay, back over to the bot. Bot's turn. Bot says, we gonna go to the market. You don't have any province tiles yet. And you're gonna go back to that location. Okay, so he's gonna go back to the same location he did the last time. He still doesn't have any tiles, but that's all right. He goes there, he doesn't earn anything, but he does earn $2 because, oh, is it 2 fame? It's 2 fame. He earned 2 fame because he didn't earn anything. And that's what the bot says. If he doesn't earn anything, he earns 2 fame as a baseline thing. Cool. Okay, my turn. So he's keeping up with me. If you look, like, we're even on both fame and money. Makes it nice and tense so far. I think I may want to upgrade. Do I want to do that? Get $3. Okay. What I'm looking at right now is where do I want to go? I'm thinking about possibly coming here before he goes here again. And if I do, I get to go up on one of those building bonuses. So the next time I build one of those, I'll get more fame and I'd get $3. Do I want to do that? Do I want to beat him to the river again? Maybe. The thing with the river is, remember, I have to have a dice 1 through 3. I only have 1 die. That's 1 through 3. It's this 1 yellow. So if I come here and I spend my 1 yellow, then I can't come to this guy and get two karma and a die, which I don't really want anyway because I've maxed out my karma. I would come here instead. I'd skip over his boat and I'd get $4. Not bad. If I come here instead, I can go to any one of the palace people from numbers 2 through 6. So I basically get my choice of people to visit. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend a karma. Yeah, okay. Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to spend one of my workers. I'm going to come to the first cheap river space. I'm going to spend this one yellow, but I'm going to burn a karma. I'm going to come down karma one spot here. And I'm going to, oh no, I flip them, don't I? Oh, that doesn't work. Hold on. Hold on. 2. Is there anybody that has a 2 on the other side? Ooh, my 5. Oh. Okay, hold on. So what happens is, I was wrong. You don't just up them and down them by 1. You don't. You, in fact, flip them over when you spend a karma. So my 5 turns into a 2, because that's what's on the other side of the die. So I will spend my 1 karma to flip this die and turn it into a 2. Therefore, I get to go either 1 space or 2 spaces on the river. So I'm going to skip over the boat. This would be 1 space. This would be 2 spaces. So we're going to do that. And we're going to visit this location that lets me get an upgrade on one of the building locations and $3. So over here, I'm going to match him. I'm going to go up 1 and I'm going to get $3. 1, 2, 3. Now, why did I do that? Why didn't I just come here? Well, because if he doesn't come here, I can come here with my 4 and do it again next round. So we'll see what he does, but I can come here again in just a minute. I probably could have done that in reverse, but I was worried about him taking the free spot, and there's other things I can do. So if he's going to do that, fine. But I wanted to beat him out and I was worried about him coming to the river and costing me money, and I don't want him to do that. So that's what I chose to do. I went here. He is going to the harbor. Now, here's the thing. He's coming to the harbor, and I drew a special fate. Flip the active card, that's this one, place it to the right. That card is both the active card and the choice card. Okay, so what he means is we're coming here and we're going to follow this arrow. He's pointing to the second to the bottom location. We're going to flip it over, and that means he's going to the 2. So he's going to go 2 on the river, and that means he's going to jump over me. So he was on this spot, and he's going to go 1, skip me, 2. So now he's here. But that meant that he put his worker on the cheapest possible space in the river. So I was right that to go here first, because he was about to go to the harbor. And I just had a hunch. I was really worried about having to do that. But that meant he didn't go to the palace. So I am free to do the palace if I want to. Do I do it again? Do I dare? You know what? I think I do dare. I think I do. I am going to do it. So I have a 4 and a 1 left. I'm going to spend the 4 blue. So that's the die I'm spending. My worker goes here. The blue goes back into the tray. I go up again. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to double down. I'm going to max out my my white buildings here. I probably shouldn't do that, but there are a few around that I want to build. And I think I'm going to be able to get some decent fame out of that. So we're going to do that, and we get $3 more. 1, 2, 3. Now, you'll notice on the board right here is a token with my color on it. And it has a 1 river space icon on it. When you meet or pass this token, you get that one-time benefit. So 1, 2, 3, I pass the token. So I go up on the river 1 space. So if we look at the river, he's right in front of me. So I skip over him and go to the next one. What does that say? That's a river 1 through 3 space. Now, that means I can move ahead on the river 1 through 3. That means one of these 3 spaces, 1, 2, or 3. These are all amazing choices, frankly. This gives me 2 upgrade tokens on my province board of my choosing. That's really powerful. This lets me upgrade my building bonus markers twice. Any one of them I want. So I can do one twice, or I can do 1 and 1, or whatever I want to do. Both very powerful. Here lets me visit anybody, almost everybody in the palace, like I did before. Also very powerful. I think I want some upgrade tokens, because if he doesn't block me here, then I'll be able to also get this with another 1 later. I'm running out of dice, so I'm going to have to do something here soon. But I think I'm going to go here. It would be it's just a nice, easy way to jump ahead really far, though. But I really like these extra upgrade tokens. So that could be a big deal. I'm just gonna go 1. I'm gonna go 1. And now I get to choose 2 upgrade tokens of my choosing. I believe that is one of the standard ones. Let me double, triple check. It's French. That's not going to help me. I don't speak French. No. Oh, those are one of the upgrade ones. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Maybe that's one of the Goodie Box 2 ones? Really? I didn't expect that. It is. Huh. Okay, that's German. I do speak German, but not that well. Let's try it again. Aha. Okay. You may take 2 yield tiles. In the basic game, you draw 2 white. No. And okay. You choose any 2 yields and place them on the color map. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look at our choices here. So the brown ones are really nice, but they also take the longest to reach, because you only get them as you build out your province, and those are at the bottom of your province board. So I get to choose from any one of those or any one of these. Red is the next tier up. They're a little closer, but they're still kind of tier 3 of the player board, if you will. Cool. Yellow is the next one. These are the most attractive to me right now. And they give me dice, which wouldn't suck. I'm thinking a red and a yellow. $9. And then the other one is 2 dice. I think we're going to take the $9 and the red one. I'll put those to the side for the moment. And then we're going to take 2 dice of defined color. Maybe instead I go backwards. Instead of taking $9, I take $4 in yellow, and then I take 2 dice of any color instead. That seems good. Okay, so back to my player board. Where do I want to place these? Well, I know I'm going to be gunning for this end game scoring opportunity for fame. So let's instead put my 4 money over on this side and my red upgrade I just got on this side, because that means I'm going to focus on building this way. If I get more done over here, all the better, but I'm going to try to get access to all of this extra fancy over on this side. So this is bonus territory. This is like must-do territory for strategy, at least for my game this time around. Okay. I like this plan. This was a good plan. What happens? Whose turn is it? It's his turn. Okay. It's his turn. And the reason why is what happened there. I'm just trying to figure out what I did to trigger that. I don't remember. I don't remember. Wait just a minute. They upgraded Karma Track. Visit the temple and choose Divine Blessing. Okay, fine. Huh. Okay. Weird. Okay. Strange. Good enough, though. I'll work with that later. I don't remember how I ended up getting that extra river movement. Oh, it was from crossing this tile. Okay, so let's talk about this tile, actually. Since we're on this view, you can see it. So I crossed this. So that's what I got my bonus river move. Yes, Google Translate is my friend, correct. I got my bonus river move from here, but what that means now is this was my one-time benefit for gaining that much money. There are other one-time benefits on the board. What happens is, since you've already earned this once, your marker comes off of that and goes to the next one-time upgrade location. So the tile is two-sided. It's either got a river bonus on one side or 2 dice of your choosing on another, and it alternates as it moves around the board. And the only reason why you have this tile out is to mark the fact that you have received the one-time benefit at least once. You don't get to re-trigger it. So if I spend money and then my money goes down, I don't get to get that benefit again because I crossed that threshold a second time. You only give it one time. Then the threshold moves, and so you move it up, and eventually you earn that much money, and you gain that new benefit instead. So the marker will just hopscotch down the board as you go. Okay. That was the end of my turn. It is now his turn. He's got 1 worker left, and he goes to the harbor. And he's going to, he's going to spend a 3 dice to go to the harbor, which lets him move up to 3 space. Oh, no, I take that back. My cards were misaligned. He's going to take a 1 movement. Okay, so he too is going to go 1 through 3. And he takes the max movement benefit when he gets the choice. So he's always going to go 3. Minus here, he's going to go, you can't see. He was right behind me, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. So he's going to end himself here. He gets dice, but he can't get dice. So he gets, is it 1 money? He gets 1 money per die. He was going to get 3 dice, so he gets 3 money. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I didn't miss anything there in the previous action, but that's okay. All right, so that's the end of the round. And I don't believe anything happens if memory serves. I just recollect and we keep going. Yeah. Okay. So everybody comes off. Oh, the elephant changes hands because I didn't go and secure the elephant, so he's first player now. I should have done that, but I really wanted to get some other stuff done this round. It is what it is. So he gets to go again. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Next, he's going to the balconies. Interesting. And he's going to go to the orange spot. So he's just going to block the orange spot. Okay. But he would have gained 2 dice, which means he's going to earn $2. I hate that from me. Okay. So balconies, he's going to the orange spot. So he blocks that location, gains 2 dice, which means $2. He now goes up on the river space. 1 step. He gets here and he gets $6. Hate that. Hate that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's up here now. That is rude. He is at 18 money and I am at 13 money. You can see that on this view, right there. Yeah, that's no good. Okay, so he passed this location, and so now this flips over and goes over to the next spot as well. So that's where we are there. Very competitive bot. Actually really like it. It is working very well so far. The faster I get at it, the better off I am. He went to the one place I could go to get a lot of dice, or at least a little bit of a dice upgrade. I have one, so as you can see here, I have one lowly die left. I don't want to spend it because then I'll be completely out of dice. But I need more dice. What do I want to do? I don't have the pip values to build anything. I don't have the dice to build anything. Could go to the river, but I don't want to do that either. Now, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. I like it. Sort of. I don't want to wait. So here's the thing. These balcony spaces, can you even see that? No, you can't really. Okay, so on this view, there are additional like terrace spaces out on the terrace of the palace. You can go here to just get a die, but it's kind of like the weakest action you can take. And I don't really want to have to be resorted to do that. So here's an option. I could go here. I could spend a karma to flip my 1 to a 6 and then go exactly 6 spaces. The problem with that is that would put me right here. And it says, for every karma you have, gain an orange die. Well, by the time I get there, after having spent a karma, I would only gain 1 orange die. It'd be kind of a waste because I'd be down to 1 karma to get there. So I would get my die back. It would be a different die roll. It probably wouldn't be a 1, but it wouldn't actually net me additional dice. It would, however, jump me up the river quite a lot. So that would be good. I don't know though. I don't know that I really have a choice, because if I spend my 1 die here, I get fame and I get the elephant. Fine, but I don't get any more dice. I really want to go here, get 2 dice in a yield upgrade token, but I don't have a 2 and I can't make a 2. The only other option is to spend a karma and flip that 1 to a 6, get 6, and then do what I talked about. I think it's a better use of my dice to do that because it gets me further along in the river. But it also gets me further along in the river, and I get to skip. I'm skipping over some really juicy stuff along the way. So that's like less desirable. Part of me is like, just suck it up and go get a die that you can convert. In fact, I like that. That's what's going to happen. I don't like it. It's not like a great use of my workers, but it is what it needs to be. And so I'm going to spend a worker and I'm going to go here and get a blue die. It doesn't matter what it is because I'm going to trade it in a minute, but it turns out it's a 3. Okay, 3 of blue, his turn. What's he going to do? He is going to, almost out of cards. He's going to go to the balcony and he's going to go exactly where I was going to go. That son of a... What a bastard. Okay, he's going here. It's exactly where I was going to go. Now what am I going to do? Oh. Yes, it was. It's this guy, right? This guy right here. There's a dice tower. Dice tower. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. God, do I do it again? Do I dare? Is he just going to go to the balcony again? The bastard. I do have a blue 3, so I do have some flexibility now. Do I spend it again? I could go up the river 1 through 3. I could go up the river 1, which would actually not be bad. Ah, jeez. I kind of want to wait him out. Let's go up the river before he goes there. Oh, wait, he went there, didn't he? Because he went up the river a bunch just now. But if that were the case, no, that was his freebie. That was his freebie. What a jerk. Yeah, I'm gonna beat him to the river. 13 cards in his deck. What are the odds of the balcony 3 times in a round? Well, I have to shuffle that deck coming up here in his next action. So who knows? I think I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna go to the river because it's still cheap, still free. I'm gonna spend my 1, which is a 1 yellow, and I'm going to go up 1 on the river, which gives me 2 building upgrade shifts for free. Those are hard to come by. So getting 2 of them in 1 action for a cheap die is something I couldn't really pass up. I'm going to put them both on yellow. I'm going to go boom, boom. Now I've maxed out yellow. It's probably the next couple buildings I'm building in that area. So we hopefully will get a fair amount of fame points pretty quick. All right. Now what's he doing? That was his last card, so we're going to shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Oh, he's like these double-sided cards. I kind of have to like not look at them while I shuffle them because I don't want to like subconsciously influence what the top card's going to be. Okay, that's probably pretty good. So he's going to do the quarry. And where's he going? He's going to the market. Of course he is. And he's going to go to that market. Cloth, I think. Yeah. So he doesn't have any province tiles yet. He still hasn't gotten a province tile. So he's going to take his last worker and he's going to come here and he's going to earn 2 fame. Boom, boom. Now, because he passed this, he gets the upgrade. He gets to upgrade his building bonuses. He's always going to go from the top down for anything tied. So he's going to take this one. He's going to slide it over 1. Okay. That's the end of his round. I now have 1 more worker left. I have 1 die left. I think I'm going to just get 1 more die. And I think it's going to be, I have a blue die. Because everything else requires a die somewhere. And I don't want to spend my last die and be in this really bad situation. So yeah, okay. So I'm going to come here and get a green die. And it was a 2. Okay. All right, so that was the end of my turn. I ended up having to spend a lot of this round just getting dice, which is not a good feeling. But he kind of screwed me twice with his eating up of these 2 conversion spaces. I had dice to take advantage of both of them, and he just got there before me both times. So, you know, what are you going to do? I feel like I took advantage of the situation as best as I could under the circumstances, but okay, so the elephant comes to me because he didn't do anything to secure it. So I go first. I like that. Now, what was my strategy going to be for getting, get some buildings built, of course. Well, since we're talking about that, let's get, yeah, see, yeah. Okay, let's go over here and we'll go to the conversion spaces. We're going to go to this first one here, convert a blue to 2 orange. So I'm going to spend my 1 blue dice. I'm going to get 2 orange dice. And both shitty. 2 and a 1. Great. Love that for me. That's okay. That's all right. I have a better plan. I have a different plan, and it's fine. It'll work. I'll just have to burn some karma to do it. It's no big deal. Fine. Let's see what he does next. He's going to go to, he's finally going to get a freaking tile. He's going to, I guarantee you he's going to steal the tiles that I want. Guarantee you. Let's find out. No, he's not. How about that? He's going to get a tiger blue. Tiger purple. Tiger purple. I forget which ones of these is tiger. Okay, the outer line is tiger. I should have paid attention to that. I think what I might do is print up tiger, the tile symbols for next time, so I know. So he's going to take this tile there. You can't see that. He's going to take, this is the tiger row. I had to flip him over to look. He's going to take this tile. Actually kind of liked that tile, but that's fine. Whatever, it's fine. He's going to take that tile. I'll put it up on his side of things. When he builds that tile, he immediately gets 2 dice, which means $2. And I hate this for him. He just unlocked his first extra worker. Oh, I hate that. Okay. Now, that is a bonus tiger tile, and it gives him something really cool, and I don't think it's going to be good for me. He's going to end up getting a lot of money the rest of the game, and that is going to speed things along rather nastily. Permanent gain. Every time you use a balcony in the palace, you may exchange 1 die of any color into 2 dice of any of the 4 colors. Oh, okay. No, it doesn't actually change anything for him. He'll always be gaining the same amount of money regardless. He gets flexibility in conversion, which would have been something I wanted. So I was kind of eyeballing that tile, but c'est la vie. It's fine. Okay. So he built a tile. He finally has a tile. The good news is his tile doesn't actually have a market on it. So he's still not going to get anything more than the default 2 fame when he goes to those market spaces. What am I going to do? Well, he's beat me to the punch when it comes to getting extra workers. Hate that. I have 2 yellow. I'm going to go to the market. Oh, he went to the market with one of his workers, didn't he? Okay, fine. He's going to do that. Oh, God. He's going to make me spend $2 to build. Do I do that? Yeah, I better. Okay, I'm going to spend $2 and I'm going to build 2. I'm just worried about him building again, and I don't want to lose out. I don't want to lose $3. So I'm going to build with my 2 orange. I'm going to build this tile. It's $6. Now, if we look over here, I've only got $3. So I'm going to burn a karma and flip this 2 into a 5, which turns it into a 6. I bring my karma down 1 step and I spend those 2 dice for a total of 6, and I build this tile. So we take this tile and we come over here, and I'm just going to build it straight down. Now I can branch off in any direction off this center trunk here, and I'm 1 tile away from getting this benefit right here. Yeah, okay. Now, here's the thing. I built this building. So when you build a tile with this building in it, you're contributing to that great work. And that means I score the fame points equal to where my cube currently sits in these tracks. Well, I just built the white building. So I look at the white track and I've already maxed it. So I just earned 4 fame for building that tile. So now I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm up to 8, and I pass this, which lets me get my bonus upgrade on 1 more building location. So I'm going to come over here. I've already maxed the top 2. I'm going to work on this bottom one here. These bottom 2. So I'm up to 3 now with my bonus upgrade on the red buildings. Okay. I'm 2 steps away from getting an upgraded worker on the fame track. I'm right here. I'm about to get this upgrade with 2 more fame. Okay. Let's see what he does. He's going to go to the quarry/market. He's going to build again. What's he going to build? He's going to build snake purple this time. I believe snake was in the middle. Let's double check. Yeah. Okay. So he built this tile. This tile is one that lets you like reclaim a worker, and he would get that benefit. So he gets to, is that a work location? Hold on. That might be a worker placement spot. I think that's a worker placement spot. Let's see. Those are snake upgrades. That I think is over here. The one thing I missed out on by not getting the big box, which has all this stuff in it already, is a consolidated rule book. All right. Yeah, use in the game, right? Right. Yep. The player can place this worker again on a later round. See, on the later turn, you can place this worker again on an unoccupied space. The keyboard. Yeah, okay. Is it a single use? I think it's a single use. Okay, so that means he gets to take back a worker. And he does get that benefit right now. And this is his second build action. So he was going to go here. When the rules say something about taking back. Master Builder, Province Tiles. I'll have to double check on what he does. I'm just going to choose which one he takes back now. I don't think there's a rule that says which worker the bot chooses to pull back from. River spots market seals tokens. Nice workers, gaining workers. Yeah. Huh. Oh. Oh, never mind. But for the snake, tiger, cow modules, he ignores all rewards. Never mind, he doesn't get his worker back. Ha ha ha, sucker. Didn't you have a green screen cam for cards? I do, but there's not necessary for this one, not really. There's just not enough going on that really dictates or warrants having that camera up for this game. So I just didn't bother for this one. Okay. All right. Back to here. So he got done doing his build. He got his tile, but he didn't. He doesn't get any benefit from it. So I can just move on with my life. I am going to convert dice again. I have a green, so I'm going to come down here and convert that green into 2 blues. I got a 1 and a 2 again. Oh my God. Whoo! These dice rolls are slaughtering me, man. I'm out of workers. He is not out of workers. He gets to go again and then again. Great. So he is going to go to the purple conversion spot and get $2. Okay, and then he gets to go again, and he's going to go where's? He's going to visit the harbor. Of course he is. He's going to move 1 space, and then he's going to upgrade his topmost building, so he's there. Okay, all things being equal, that wasn't a terrible extra set of bonuses for him. Okay. Now, end of round, so he gets the elephant, though that means he gets to go again, which is lovely. So my workers come back. His 4 workers come back. Wait, how does he have 5? He should only have, he's only gained 1 worker, not 5. How did he do that? Because I screwed up, didn't I? I don't know why, but there. Okay, that's better. Okay. That's better. All right. Crisis averted. He gets to go again. So he's going to go there. He's going to the chambers. He's going to go up 6 on the river. That bastard. Okay. So he is going to the chambers. He's going to visit this person. And he goes up 6. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it says for every karma, gain a green die. He's got 3 karma, so he's going to gain 3 green dice, which gives him $3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yep. All right, what do I want to do? Well, I have 2 blue dice, so I'm going to build again before he makes it more expensive. I'm going to come here. I'm going to spend $1. And I'm going to build. I'm going to spend my last karma. Not good. Not good. So we're going to spend our last karma and we're going to build this. Yeah, am I? I want to build this one. But no, I'm going to build this one. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to turn over my, yeah. No, I can do it in one die. Ooh, cool. All right. If we're going to spend karma, let's spend karma and do it right. We're going to spend our last karma. We're going to come down to here, and we're going to last karma. And then on our board here, we're going to flip the 1 to a 6. So our build becomes spending that 6 to build this tile. We spent our blue 6. We'll grab this tile, and this tile also is going to come right down here. And when I build that, this build symbol means I earn the current total of fame for that building. That is the yellow building, and therefore I earn 4 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 12 fame, and I've unlocked my gem trader upgrade. So we come to my player board, and we take one of the workers off. It goes out of the game, and it gets replaced by the gem trader. Now, gem trader is pretty cool. Let me read the gem trader. During the course of the game, you replace one of your workers by the gemstone trader and gain flexibility in playing dice. You place the gemstone trader like a normal worker. During placement, the gemstone trader gives you the following advantage. You may turn one die that you have used during the gemstone trader's turn to a number of your choice. The gemstone trader can only be used once per round. For instance, he may not be taken back in the same round with the help of other tiles. So I can now ignore the dice once per, or the die value once per round using my gem trader. I am happy with that upgrade. And I'm not far away to my first upgraded worker on the fame track. I am bleeding money, though. I need to earn some cash because I'm having to build stuff and he's not. But he's earning fate slower than I am, and he's earning money faster than me. Oh, I think it evens out. I don't know. Hi, welcome in. Thanks for joining me at the table. We're playing Rajas of the Ganges with the Maharaja's solo bot and a slew of the goodie box upgrades included in the game. We're doing passably well for having not played this game in a while, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so I went, and now it is his turn. So we'll come over to here. Yeah, good enough. I kind of bumped it a second ago, but hold on. Hold on, let's see if we can adjust it. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then he is going to go to, ooh, where's he going? Otherwise, he's going to the Mango Village. Bastardo. Okay, here's how this is going to go. Mango Village is something I needed to kind of adjust a little bit. I talked to the designer of the bot about a rules clarification, and he provided one for me. So at the beginning of the game, I should have mentioned that for the purposes of the bot, the two mango tile stacks are, one of them is even and one of them is odd. So for the sake of this one, this is the even stack and this is the odd stack. The top one is even, the bottom one is odds. So what we do is we roll a die and we decide which one he takes. So he's going to the Mango Village. So first things first, we're going to put our worker on the Mango Village to denote that that's what he did. You know, his worker, I should say. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to roll a die. And he rolled odds. He rolled a 5. So he's going to take the bottom tile. Now, the bottom tile is interesting. Does he get the benefit of the mango? I think he does. Let's read it. The bot will always take the tile further. Yeah, remember to score all of its yield tokens as mentioned before. What? Oh, yield tokens. What? Did I screw up? I might have screwed up. Oh, no. When does he get fate tokens, though? Probably through actions he takes, and he hasn't taken any. I believe that's what it is. Fate tokens. Yield tokens. Here we go. Yeah, okay. It hasn't gained any. Okay, great. Cool. All right. So it gains 2 money. Don't like that. $2 and a purple die, which just means a third buck. And the tile goes on his stack of tiles. Okay. Now I have 2 workers left. One of them is my gemstone trader. I only have 1 die left though. So I need to be thinking about it. It's a 2. Ooh, it's a 2. Okay. I have 1 die left, and I think I'm going to go visit the dancer. I'm going to get 2 dice of my choosing and a yield token. So, yep, here we go. Spend our 2. Boom. And now, what do we want to do for our 2 dice? Well, I think we're going to take both blues. I want to build a 10 blue. Yeah. I want to build a 10 blue. So we're going to hope we get better rolls on these 2 blue dice. If not, we're going to have to worry about karma. So we'll come over here to this view. See if my die tray is not quite in view. That's all right. Okay, it is a 4 and a 1. We're going to have to worry about karma. That's all right. 4 and a 1 means we have 5. But if I flip that 1 to a 6, I have my 10. So I just need to get more karma. But first things first, what yield token do I want next? Let's get a yellow. We already have a 4 money. So let's go for a purple and a blue. We'll grab that one. We grab this token, purple and a blue. Come down here, and I'm going to slot that into this location right there. So now when I hook this location up, and I hook these 2 to roads, I will get $4 and 2 dice. Fingers crossed. Okay. That was it. Yeah, okay. What's he going to do? The chambers, and this time he's doing special token. So he's going to go to the bottom. He's going to the 5th spot in the chambers. 5th spot is this one. It's a location I don't visit very often, so I actually have to look that rule up. It's not a location I remember. Master Builder. Master Builder is actually mentioned specifically in the rules. Use the previous choice card from the discard pile to choose the tile to take. Do not score its yield tokens when scoring the tile just as the space indicates. Okay. So the special is not that one. It'll keep going back. It'll be this one. He's going to take the green snake. Interesting. Okay. So if we come down here, he's taking the green snake based on the discard cards, which will be this tile. No, it'll be this tile. That's the snake. Okay, so when we look at the rules for this space, it says, give up 1 die, showing a 5. In his case, he doesn't give up anything. Cover any tile in your province with another one from the supply. All tiles still need to have a connection to the residence. You cannot use the master builder if you have no matching tiles or dice. No matching tiles. What does that mean? The new tile has to be more expensive than the old one. Just pay the difference by giving up 1 or more die in the... Oh, I see. Okay, so he doesn't do anything. He just takes the tile and overbuilds. Which in this case, he's not overbuilding. He's just adding a tile to his stack. And because it's a snake tile, the rules say he gets no benefit. So he just takes the tile. Fine. His worker goes there. Okay, so he went here and took a tile and didn't get anything for it. Great. Good for me. Okay. I have one person left, and I don't have to worry about the die value. What do I want to do? I could visit the dancer again, but I don't want to. I want to get karma. I can't easily get karma with the dice that I currently have, though. So I think I visit the dancer again. All right, we're going to do this. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to, yeah, we are. Okay, we'll take our last worker, and we're going to come here for free. And we're going to spend our one die. We're going to spend our one blue die to go here, which lets us move one space. We go up the river, and the one space is visit anybody in the palace you want, except for the main dude who gives you the first player marker. You can go 2 through 5. So I'm going to visit the dancer again. That's my choice. I get 2 dice of my choosing. I'm going to choose 2 more blue dice and another yield token. And those 2, I rolled 2 5s. That was a really good move. Okay, now I have all kinds of blue dice. And I get a yield token of my choosing. So now I think I want a red one. Yeah, I want a red one. I'm going to take this 9 money. So on the my player board, I take my 9 money and I'm going to cover up this 3 money spot down here that's in the red. So now I basically just made that even more lucrative to try to get. Oh, I messed up. When I built this, I should have gotten this, and I didn't. So, oh well, that was probably not the right move because I actually had karma and I didn't realize it. On my player board, when you connect this, which I did do, I get a green die and I get a karma. So I actually had a karma to spend that whole time. I didn't realize it, but I'm not going to take my move back because I actually kind of like the way it ended up. So it works for me. So I take our green die and we roll it. Cool. And we get a green 4. Nice. All right. Suddenly we are flush with dice. This is what our current dice look like. Doing all right. Okay. So it was a kind of another maintenance round for me, but I got some upgrades. I got some extra dice. I'm feeling okay. And I should be doing some conversion, but it is what it is. I want to get that blue 10 built before he kills me on it, but it is what it is. He's got his last action. So let's go back to him, see what he does. Oh, okay. So he's going to do nothing because there's no active card. Actually, that is the active. That is the card that is going to be acted upon. It'll just depend. I don't want to cheat him out of a card. He only gets 13. So we'll let him have his card. But what the active card is, that's to be determined as we shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So, okay, let's see what he does. He's going to, going to the market. Interesting. Okay. And what market is he going to visit? He's going to visit the Omni market. He gets to execute any market he's got. He's got exactly no markets. Ha ha, sucker. So he gets $2. Oh no, he gets 2 fate because he wouldn't have earned anything. 2 fate. So now he's up to 8 fate. Okay. For the sake of full screening it, that's what we look like at the moment. We've got my province board down here. We've got my dice. He's got his little stack of tiles up there. That's the full state of the deal at the moment. Okay, end of the round. So he gets his workers back. And the first player marker comes back to me. Pleasant. I do like that. I get my workers back. Where's my last worker? There it is. All right. Okay. My turn. Can't go to the river. Don't have the dice for it. Let's build. Let's build for $1. Down to $9. We're going to build this blue 10 right here. So that's going to come out. Where are we going to put it though? Well, the blue 10, I think I'm going to put right here, like that. So I'm still open to building here and here. I guess the other option technically is I could go here, which would put me one step to being there. But I guess if I go there, I'm closer to that. But I'm actually, I don't know. What do I think? Do I want to do that? Probably best to do that, because then I could build that, get both of those benefits, and then maybe come straight down if I need to. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So more importantly, I get, let's cut to the chase. I'm at 4 on the white building and 4 on the yellow building. So I get 8 fame. 8 fame. Because that's my current standing. 4 and 4. So 8 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fame right there. So I'm at 20, and I get my 4th worker. Amazing. Okay. Cruising up that fame track. That is great. Not building any markets though, so that's not good. I need to be making some money. Oh, wait. No, I think they just earn you. I forget what they earn you when you go to the market. I think they earn you money, but I don't. Oh, that's right. No, that's exactly right. You trigger them, and then the money that's on the tile is what you earn. I have 1 market, so I could make a little bit of money doing that, but I should be building more tiles with markets on them. I'm a little fate crazy at the moment. I need to be a little careful and build some money generation here. This is getting a little out of hand. Okay. That was my turn. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, that was my turn. Let's go back to him. He goes, this gets discarded. Okay, he goes here, going to the harbor, going 1 step on the harbor. Boom. All right, that's interesting. I don't think he gets to do anything here because he doesn't have any markets on his tiles. And of course that's in French. Where are you? Is it on this side? There it is. Conduct a market scoring for up to maximum of markets of assorted goods. Collect the money from up to 3 different markets. He doesn't have any markets, so he collects 2 fame. 1, 2. He gets his gem trader upgrade, which doesn't really matter because he doesn't use dice, so it's kind of irrelevant for him. But it's fine. He got his 2 fame. That's the important part. Next is my turn. That's the important part. Okay, I have dice. Let's not be stupid. Oh, I built that thing and didn't spend the dice. So I'm now down to 2 dice. Got to be careful there. I have 1 karma. I have 4s. I don't really need to do upgrades. $3 would be nice. Maybe I convert though. Let's do some conversion while I can. Orange. Yeah. Let's convert this blue die. Let's convert that blue die into 2 orange. So we're going to take a worker and we're going to come over here and we're going to convert that blue die into 2 orange. Yeah, me likey. We're going to come. We got a 6 and a 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's not bad. It's not the 10 that I need to build the building that I want, or the province tile that I want, rather. But it'll do. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was debating my future here. Okay. That was my turn. He goes to the market. He still doesn't have any stalls, so his market choice, though, is the Omni market location. So he goes here and scores nothing, so he gets 2 more fate. I've somehow managed to keep those away from him, not by trying, of course. Okay. What am I going to do? Well, I think I'm going to convert again. Or am I? I do have a gem trader, so I could ignore the... Ah, that's interesting. I could ignore the die value and go back to the dancer and get 2 more dice. I could use my 1. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's do that. That's not a bad idea. Let's use our 1 die. We're going to go here for free. And we're going to use our 1 value die, which is our yellow 1. And we're going to move 1 step on the river, which gives us a blue, a green, and a yellow die. Cool. So 1 dice for 3 dice. That gives us, oh God, my rolls are terrible. A blue and a green 1, and a yellow 4. So that's not bad because those are our dice now. I now have my 10 yellow or orange or whatever color that is to build the building that I want, or the province tile that I want. So that's actually the exact value that I needed. So that was a good move for me. Okay, his turn. What did he do? He went to the market. Okay, got it. How do I only have 1 worker left and he has 2? Did I forget to put 1 down for him? Maybe. Yes, I know. It is fame. He should be down a worker. I think he built a tile. No, he went to the river. He went to the river, so that means I actually spent $1 there to go to the river. Okay, now it's his turn. And he goes to... Ooh, hey, thanks for the biddies. I appreciate you. All right, he's going to go up the river once himself. Okay, so for this location, he went here. These upper river spaces are lucrative. So this has, for every building upgrade step you've taken, earn 1 fate point. He has done 1, 2, 3 of those. So he gets fate point. There I go again. Fame points. He gets 3 fame. 1, 2, 3. So he gets his upgraded work, or he gets his next worker right now. He's going to be trucking along. So he's over there doing that. I got to hurry up and get another worker. Oh, and he passed this, so he gets another worker. Oh, God, I didn't even catch that. Oh dear. Oh, dear. He's cruising. I think he's got all of his workers now. Yeah, he does. He's got the river. He's got the money. And now he's got the fate. Yeah, he's got all of them. Ruh-roh. I'm way behind now. Okay. Anyway, my turn. My last action. He gets to go 4 more times. Not good. Not good. What would it take? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would put me here. I could zoom up the mountain, up the river, and get another worker real quick. I'm so far away from making a bunch of money that getting that other worker seems so woefully out of reach. That's probably my best bet. I should build that. I have a karma, so maybe I do that. I should burn that karma, convert one of my 1s into a 6, and make that jump. Yeah. Ooh, and I gotta get more karma for doing it too. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, here's how this is gonna work. I'm going to go to the palace with my last worker. Oh, I get to ignore him. I get to, because it's my gem trader, I get to ignore the dice value. Sweet, I don't have to burn a karma at all. So I'm gonna burn this blue 1 right here. Am I? Yeah. I'll burn this blue 1. And that will just magically work for going to visit this the Portuguese, who will then push me up the river 6 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 karma. 4 karma. Jeez. 4 fame. 4 fame is here, so I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this spot is a bonus to karma. So I didn't have to spend karma. And up we go. So I'm now maxed out on karma. Again, thank God. Fate is trucking along. I need to get my money moving. Yeah. I've got to get my money generation figured out. Okay, well, regardless, here he goes on his shopping spree. He's about to pick up a tile, and that tile is going to be the orange cow tiles. Are these cows? Yeah. He's taking the exact tile that I should have built this last turn. No, it's not an imbalance. It really isn't. I'm earning fame faster than he is, so it balances out at the end of the day. He does earn it. He just doesn't earn fame as fast as me. And so I just frankly need to get good. If I was better at this game right now, I would probably have been much further along on the money side than him, or than I am right now at the end of the day. I've been bleeding cash rather than earning cash, and that's been hurting me. So that's where we are. But back to the crisis at hand. I was gunning to build this right here because these are markets and I would have been benefiting from those. It would have earned me some cash. He just stole that. He stole the orange right here. He said, I'm going to build a tile and it's an orange cow. Well, orange cow, screwed. He just totally screwed me over right there. And now he's actually going to earn some money from going to that market square like he keeps doing, but he hasn't been earning anything. Well, he's about to earn money every time he goes back to the markets now. Cool, great, love that for me. Okay, he built a building, so that's where he went. Now let's see what he does next. He's going to go to the balconies, and he's going to go to the green spot. Fine. He's going to get $2 for that. And then what's he going to do? He's going to build again. Cool. Love that for me. He's going to build a purple snake. Love that. He's built this one with another market on it. Cool. And I want to say that when they get built, he earns the money for them. So he would have actually earned $6 for both of those two tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because he just passed his single benefit over there. Okay, I'm moving on a little quicker here, but yeah, he went actually $8 and got, because he got 2 dice for passing this location. So he's here now. 2 dice equals $2 for him. Deep breaths. Fine. Right. Okay. And now what's he going to do? He's going to go to the Mango Village, and he's going to roll a die. And that die is going to be a 2. He takes the top stack. And he gets to do 2 of his markets. Okay, well, he has 2 markets, and that's going to be $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's heating up now. His engine's purring along, and mine is not. Yeah, that was Mango Village. Okay, his last worker. Finally, he's kicking my ass. Is the Fate card. So we're going to shuffle. We're going to go here. We're going to shuffle some cards. I'm getting just ramrodded by this guy. I think. It's a good bot, though, I have to say. It is, it's definitely competitive. And he gets most of the benefits that a human gets. So I have to be like on my toes a lot, because he's getting combos. He's getting like, I do this, which earns me that, which then earns me this, and blah, blah, blah. So I have to be really, really careful. Okay, so I'm going to flip the active card. The active card is the harbor. And where is he going to go? He's going to go to the harbor, and he's going to go to. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So he's going to earn 6 more bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets to go 1 more harbor spot. And so he's going to go here. He'd get combo-tastic. He has still got 3 upgrades. We get 6 more bucks. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy crap. He is just moving. I do like my bots. Yeah, I think after a while, when you play a bunch of board games and you just routinely just crush the AI opponents over and over and over again, it gets boring fast. So I look for challenge in my bot opponents, because it makes me want to play the game again, to make me want to get better at it so that I can crush that damn thing. Okay. Now, what was it? That was the harbor. So he went here. That was his last action. Cool. So all of the pawns come off. I've already moved the elephant, which guess what is his, so he gets to go again. And of course he's going to build. Of course he is. What's he going to build? He's going to build a purple cow. Purple cow is this one, gets another market. Great. Okay. Finally, it is my turn again. What am I going to build? Well, I'm looking at my options. let's find out. The dolphin says, if you manage to land on the space with the rare and shy Ganges dolphin, you may pick any currently unoccupied round river space in front or after your boat and obtain the earnings of this space, not the earnings of the last oval river space. Got it? Your boat remains on the space. Okay, got it. So I get to choose anything on the rest of the river except for the last spot, and I get to cash it in again. Huh. Hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be 5 fate up there. What do I want to do with this? Well, oh, my worker comes off. Did I convert this last round? He just went first. So these workers should have come off. My worker is still up here, though. That did not come off. Okay. All right. Sorry, I just keep collecting stuff that doesn't belong to me. Oh, well, you do make an argument. When she comes back this way, I will cash you in on that. Don't you worry. Let's see. You are right. What do I want to do? I could... I need money, though. That's true. I could use the dolphin to get $6, but that seems kind of like a waste because there's so many of these market spaces that you get to cash in on. And I should try to get something built and then do that. I want to build something that gives me multiple different... All we see is bot cards. Right. It is actually my turn. Because he already went. He built a tile. He built a purple cow. I had to shuffle. No, I didn't have to shuffle. It was a... what was it? Oh, yeah. It was this. Here's what it was. I had already combined the tiles. He did that. He built a purple cow. And all I did was discard that tile, or that card when I was done. Okay. So now my turn is the trick. I'm trying to decide. I could spend a 6 to get my extra worker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd skip over a lot of the advanced scoring locations if I did that, though. I really, really got to get some money generation. That's like a non-negotiable thing now. Now, that's interesting. So let's look at the tiles. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it's also the name of a milkshake. Yes, you're right. That's interesting. So I have enough, I think, or close to it, to be able to build this and this. And those are the same markets. So I don't really like the idea of like specializing to that degree. But hey, man, needs must. So I have the fame on kind of doing all right. I'm thinking maybe we get both of those built. Oh God, it just costs so much money to build right now, especially since he's already built. But he's just going to keep building. He's got so many people. I might as well just spend the $5. I'm at 8 right now. It'd be down to 3 if I do that. But then every single time I trigger that, 3 not equal. Oh. I could make a fair amount of money pretty quick, I guess. Got it, like you said, you got to spend money to make money, right? But I don't really. Okay, here's the problem with building this one: is it's a straight road. It's not really a good place to put that. I could build it almost for free, though. In fact, I will build it for free. Yeah, let's just get this thing built. Let's get it built. We're going to come here for 2. And we're going to build this straight road building that we just talked about. And we're going to come here with it. And we're going to build it right here. Now, when you build one of these, so it was $2 to build it because I put my worker there. So I'm down to 6. But when you build it, you get the bonus that it generates, and you get to execute the market the one time when you first build it. So I get $5. So I'm at 6, I'm up to 11. Okay. Okay, that's a pretty decent turn. Let's come over here, see what he does. He's going to the balconies, and he's going to go to the purple conversion spot. Okay, my turn. I'm going to build again for $3. And we're going to come down here. Oh, what did I build? I built a 7. Oh, I got to burn a karma to make that happen. Okay, so first and foremost, when I built that 7, I built it with, went to the wrong view. I built it with these 2 dice. That's not 7. So I'm going to burn a karma to convert that into this one, I guess. We'll overpay. We'll go to a 10, even though I didn't really have to. I converted that. So I went down a karma to make that happen. My green dice are gone. Sorry, I had to do a little bit of administrative cleanup. Now, I'm building again. We come back, and we have 2 dice. I'm going to build this tile right here. I have 10. I'm going to build this for 9. So I'm going to spend both of my 2 dice. I'm now completely out of dice. That is not good, but it is what it is. I have to do it because I am so behind. I am hurting. We're going to put that right here. Okay, so when we did that, we connected everything. So I have $3 from the market, $4 for the bonus, so that's $7. It cost me 3 to build it, so down 3, up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to $15 total. And I get 2. I get blue and a purple die as a bonus. Oh, that was his. It was even odd check. Okay, we got a 6 and a 4. Not bad rolls, really. Okay. All righty then. Yes. So we're still okay here, but we got to get some building done to make that happen. So, all right, that's pretty good. We've finally got some markets. It's not great, but it's something. Now, what's he gonna do? He's going to go here. He's going to take the first player marker. He's going to keep it, jerk. So he's going to put his worker over here, and he's going to gain 2 fame. 1, 2. Okay, now what am I going to do? I have 2 dice, 1 for each of you. I like it, actually. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to convert one of my blue dice into 2 orange dice. Yeah. So I'm going to take my 6 blue And I'm going to take 2 orange. Oh, double 6s. Hell yeah. That's nice. All right. What's he going to do? I have 1 worker left. He's got 3 because he's a jerk. We're going to go here. He's going to build. Of course he is. What's he going to do? He is going to build, oh, an orange cow. Oh. This King Bot is going to be the death of me. All right. So I converted those last 2 dice into 2 orange dice so I could buy this. Guess what this is? This is an orange cow. He just stole my tile out from underneath me. And when he did it, he earned $3. 1, 2, 3. Tells you, man. I tells you. Okay. All right. What replaced it isn't terrible. It isn't great. At least I have those, so that would actually be beneficial to me, I guess. It's not ideal, but I would like to get... I could convert one of my oranges into purples and see if I can maybe get this one on the go, because then I would be able to cash in on the last of the 3 different market types and earn some money that way. That's not the worst idea. I can diversify at least. Let's go for that. It's another conversion step I wasn't planning on doing. I guess an alternative to that would be, what would I do instead? Anything? Is that really the best move? I think it's probably the best move. I'm looking at my options. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's convert. My last worker, we're going to come here. We're going to convert one of my orange 6s into 2 purples. And so I'll come over there so you can see all of that. What do we get? We got 2 1s. Great. Love that. Guess we're going to be burning some karma. Cool. That's what I get for not shaking them up before I drop them in the freaking dice tower. Okay. His turn. He is going to the 4 spot. So he's going to go up 1 step on his bottommost building, and he's going to get $3. 1, 2, 3. He's now rounding it around. He's gonna force the end of the game well before me at this point. And that's not good. Okay. And I'm out of workers, so he goes again. His last worker is the 4 spot again, which he's already taken, so he keeps trucking. Harbor, 2 spaces. His harbor puts him on the last river space, which says for every karma, earn 2 fame rather. There we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's there. Yeah, he's not far away. He's probably going to trigger the end of the game in the next round, maybe 2 rounds, tops. All right, end of the game, or end of the round, not end of the game. Bring back all of these. Okay. Yeah, I know. But the elephant comes back to me because he didn't defend it. Finally. Small favors, but hey, here we are. Okay. I need to get some money. That's going to be our first job this next round. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's talk about going to the market. Finally, now that we actually have markets in our province, that will be the thing to do. Now, I've never done it yet. I haven't gone to market space yet because I haven't had markets. So let's just take a minute and go look. All right. Every time you send a worker to one of the market spaces, you generate income for the markets laid out in your province. So it doesn't require, oh, I see. When you place a worker here, you have to give up any one die. Then you may score for up to a maximum of as many markets of one kind of good as corresponding value. Got it. Okay. Now, what about that one? When you place a worker here, you may score exactly one market per kind of good. All right, that's what we're going to do first. That's probably why he goes there a lot, because it doesn't require you to give up a die. So people are going to want to do that more often. So we're going to go here first before he does. That means I'm going to look at my player board. There's no cost to going here. It's another reason, another good benefit of going here first. What this space does is it says one of each market type in your province pays out. So that's, if you have one of each of all three, then one of each of those will pay out. You get to choose. That's why it says 3 not equal, because it's got to be different good types being sold in the market. So come down here to our province board and we look. I've got cloth, I've got tea, and I've got cloth, and I've got, did I not build that building? Hold on, maybe not. Maybe not, hold on. No, I'm ahead of myself. We don't go here first. We don't go here first, we build first. We spend $1, come down 14. Now we look at our dice and we go, look at that, we got 6. I need, what do I need? I need 10. So we're going to spend a karma, down 1, and we are going to convert this 1 into a 6. So we're going to spend 2 dice, those 2 for 10, and we're going to build this one. And that gives us these 2 markets. This last tile, we come over here and we look, this one here is a market type I don't have yet. And this is a crucially beneficial tile for me to be able to really maximize things out. So I'm going to put that right here. What that does now is it leaves these 2 open, which is good because this one will let me get $9. This will give me 2 dice in addition to what I just got. Building this pays out both those markets, so that's $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm up to 18. Yeah, okay. Now, if he doesn't steal my market space, we'll be in good shape. Nope, going to the balconies. Cool. He says he's going to go to the orange balcony space. So worker to the orange balcony space. Now we're going to the market. We're going to go to that same spot again, but this time we look at our player board. And now we go, I have this market that pays out 2. I have this market that pays out 2, they both do. And then I have this market that pays out 3. So that one action produced $7 for me. So we come here and we go, which you can't really see on this view. So I'll come over here so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 25 and I get my worker, finally. So now I might be just barely coming into view there in the top corner. Maybe. I'm up here. I'm at 25 at least. So I'll be in view shortly. A couple more bucks. Let's see what he does. I'm gonna shuffle. This is the card he's gonna action against. You can't see. I'm waiting to shuffle him's cards. Trucking right along. He's probably gonna, I don't know. It's funny because depending on what he does, he may earn money and fame rather quickly or not at all. I might earn something small, but we'll see. We'll see what he does. He is going to, of course he's going to build. Great, love that. He's going to build a purple cow. Purple cow, in this case, he only makes $2. 1, 2. Cool. Okay. He's inching closer, but he hasn't ended the game yet. Five. Ooh. What does that mean? I need money and I need it fast. So I might use the dolphin. 5 says, conduct a market scoring for goods of one type that you have in your province, up to the maximum indicated on the river. If you have 4 silk markets, for example, you can score all of them in advance. Got it. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. So I have, of the certain type that I have 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. So it's really the 3 that makes the most sense. I could make another $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wouldn't quite get 2 more dice for doing that. Ooh. The elephant. Let's talk about the elephant. This tile right here. I haven't used him yet, and neither has the pink elephant. Neither has the bot. Get the opportunity to place one of your workers on an action space that has already been occupied. When you place your worker on the outer terrace, you may re-roll as many of your dice as you want, as usual, and take 2 money. I need 2 money anyway. Additionally, you may immediately take the pink elephant. This figure stays with you until another player uses the outer terrace action in one of their subsequent rounds. In this case, the pink elephant immediately switches to that player. So it's a future worker thing. Okay. So I'd spend a worker to get $2 and re-roll dice. Okay. I would re-roll my purple die, I guess. I know. I thought of it, but I was like, I can't come up with something witty enough while I'm trying to explain all this. I'd be burning a worker to do it, though, and that's really the worry. But it would be nice to be able to go back to that market one more time. But at what cost? Is it worth spending 2 workers to do it again? Or do I instead spend the 1 die? I could convert the purple die into 2 green dice, which I'm running low on dice, so that's not a bad idea. I want that extra worker, though, dang it. Do I convert the dice, and what purpose would the dice serve? To build more? Sure. If I can manage to get 8, I can build another green tile. Generate some more money. I'd make $7 if I go to the dolphin, though. And then I'd be a step closer to that extra worker. That's tough. I need the dice. I don't want to run out of dice. So the river, though. Oh, he built. He built just now, and I didn't put a worker out for him. Yeah, I'm going to convert. I feel like if I don't, he might go there, cut me off. I need the dice. It's like a maintenance turn on a round that 4 and a 2. Okay. I have more dice at least. I converted this purple. So I have 3 dice instead of 2. Didn't quite make enough to build. I could earn 4 more fate though. Yeah, well, no, it's a problem for future me because it's time for his turn. He's going to move up the river 1 spot. He can't. So what happens if he can't move up the river? I think it's just that. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he just doesn't do it. But because he can't do it, he moves on. So he's going to skip harbor. He's going to go to market, and he's going to try to go to the omnispace, but he can't go to the omnispace. So he goes instead to that location. So he's going to go 1. Okay, so what happens when he does that? The most markets it can. Oh, God. Okay, so that's 4, 7. He's going to make $7. Ooh, that might be close. 1, 2, $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. Okay, that's not funny. Now he's definitely close to ending the game. Yeah. So here we are. Here's where he's at. He's at 69 to 23. Okay. Well, hmm. 4 and 3 would be 7. So that would be enough if I could get this built. But I can't quite get that built. Because I can make 9, but I can't make... Ooh. Let me think here. I have 2 workers left. Do I have anything that can help me build? No. I'm just trying to see that I don't mess this up too badly. Now, that's interesting. I could overbuild. And if I overbuild, where would I overbuild? There? Maybe. And I could do that. But I don't really want to overbuild. I want to expand. If I don't have to. And I still have to pay for it and all that. So no, that doesn't work. I don't think I can do it. I get to pull a worker back. And it's a 4-way. Oh. Hello. We could build. And get $9. Get a worker back. So I get to build for free and still have 2 workers when I'm done. Huh. Okay. Not build for free from a worker perspective, but it still costs me money. Okay. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's going to quite work, but it's going to be better than not doing this. So I think this is the best choice. We're going to build, and we're going to spend $3. I'm going to put a worker right out here. We're going to spend $3. 1, 2, 3. Back down to 2. There we go. And now we're going to build this tile. Now, before I pull it, I'll come show you. This tile here. This is one of those pull your worker back tiles, and it requires me to spend 1 orangey yellow die and 1 die of my choosing. So we are going to come over here to this board, and we're going to figure out where to put that. But first, I got to pay those dice. So we're going to pay the orange 6, yellowy 6, and then I think we will. What will we spend? We'll spend the 2. Okay, we'll spend those 2 dice. Those are the dice for spending to build this tile. Now, where are we going to put that? Well, a couple different options. I think what makes the most sense to build is this one here, which would connect us to $9. Then we have these 2 that are both available to us whenever we're ready. So let's make our $9 and get this built, and we get to take a worker back. So I'm going to pull back. So, all right, let's first of all make our $9. So we'll come here, make our $9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're very close to earning 2 more dice. Okay, now that that's done, we get to pull our worker back. We're going to pull this worker back. This is the one that lets us go to the market. Hopefully, he doesn't go there this turn, and we can go there right away and make $7 more. That would be very cool. Yeah. I would really like to get some that's fascinating. That's very fascinating. I don't think there's enough actions left to do this. But okay, he's got to go, and hopefully he doesn't trigger the end of the game. Okay, here's how this is going to go. This will go there. He's going to go to the harbor. He can't, so he's going to skip the harbor. He's going to go see the, oh, he's going to get $2. Ooh. Okay, he's going to see the dancer at the palace. He's going to get $2, 1 for each die, and he's finally going to get a yield token. Yield tokens, when gaining its first token, it will take randomly a white token. Okay, well, he's just going to take a, I don't know. I just randomly chose the top one on the stack, and it goes here. Okay, it's just that's a karma token. So we stick it in one of the hands of his statue, and then that will execute as we go. Right. Yep. Okay. When it has fewer workers to place than you do in a round. Oh, really? I must have missed that. That's all right. It's not going to end it's not going to have changed my my game in any sort of real way. Okay. All right. So we've got a token. We'll talk about how that happens if he ever actually gets to score it, but it's fine. So he went and saw the dancer, got 2 dice, which I gave him $2 for, and a yield token, which I gave him. So that's the end of his turn. Great. My turn. I'm going to take that right back again, and we're going to go do this market action again. And if I'm right, it's still $7. Pretty sure. Just double check. Yep, $7. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at $38, and we get 2 dice for crossing that threshold. Cool. 2 dice of my choosing. Love that for me. What do I want to build? Let's take a look at the tiles. See if I can manage to get something built before he ends the game. It's cheap, right? I have 2 green already, so logic dictates I should get 2 green to maximize my chances of building any one of those. I could build this right now, but that's of limited value. My ideal state would be to build this. So I think I'm going to gun for that. I'm going to get 2 green because I already have a green. And that way I'll have as many chances as possible right now to go that way. Sure. Okay, we got 2 3s. Well, that is technically enough to build it. That is 10 points. Okay. So, cool. That's the end of my turn, though. Let's see what he does. He's going to build. Let's see. Let's see. Is it going to be a... Let's find... I'm not even going to turn it. Let's find out. It's a green tiger. Let's find out. Is he going to build a green tiger? I don't think so, but maybe. A green tiger. I shit you not. All of these tiles, there's 14 tiles, 12 technically. There's 12 stacks of tiles, a 1 in 12 chance. And he decides to build my my exact tile. I mean, that's like the 3rd time this game. But it's also probably exactly what a human player would do, so I can't really hate him that much. And I think he just ended the game. In fact, I know he did. Yep. He ended the game, but I think I get 1 more turn. I'm almost certain I get 1 more turn. So I will take my last turn, whatever that happens to be. Okay. So he gets how many fate? Well, he is at fame, rather. He gets 3 fame for the red building on this tile and 3 fame for the yellow. So he gets 6 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is it. And he built to do it, so he's there. All right. So here's his spread. He just passed his marker. I'm nearly certain that because when that happens, end of the game. As soon as player manages to have his fame marker and his money marker converge or pass, the end of the game is triggered. The current stage will still be completed, i.e. all players who are sitting between the players triggered and the game current starting player, that's me, still have a chance to win and may place 1 more marker. Okay, 1 more worker, rather. Okay, I get 1 more worker, as figured. I think I do. Either that or I'm taking 1 extra. But I only have 1 more worker left, and I don't think I'm going to win it regardless. So I'll take it as a last swing, and we'll see what happens. All right, I need to earn. I have dice. I need to earn as much as I can in 1 build action. I don't know that I can do more. Because that's 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would put me there. I think that's probably the best I can achieve. Ooh, that's not true. That's not true. Okay. All right. Here's how this is going to go. We're going to build. We're going to spend $3. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 back to 35. We're going to build right there. And we are going to spend our last 3 dice. I'll come out to here. Our last 3 dice, which is 10. So all 10 of those come off. And we're going to build this 9 value tile down here. This is the final brown building and the red building in one. So if we come here, we are going to connect up to our brown bonus right here. But before we resolve that, we're going to resolve the tile. So this, I have my current marker is on 2, and I haven't gotten a chance to upgrade that one. So it's 2 fame, and then my marker here is 3, so 5 fame. So if I come back here, 5 fame. We'll actually come out even wider. 5 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're tied with fame there. Okay. Now let's resolve the bonus. For every 3 steps on the river, get 1 fame. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what did I say? 5? 5. 5. So 34. Now I get a bonus river movement for passing this space. So I go to the dolphin. The dolphin says, hey, choose anything but the last one on the river and execute it. So let's figure out what is going to be the most beneficial option on the river. Well, there's this, which would give me 4 more fame. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, which would be 38. That's one option. Another option would be I have a bunch of markets. Well, hold on. If we come here, this says for every building upgrade we've done, we get 1 more fame. Well, I've got none here, 1 here, 2 here, and 2 here. That's 5. So I'd get 5 more fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good. I'd be there. Okay. So 5 fame seems to be the best option. The other option is that it's $2 and it would be $10. So I'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'd gain the river bonus, which would give me my last worker and a green die, which wouldn't do me any good. Money seems like a better thing because let's look. I'm at 34. 34. Let's look at final scoring because I think it's going to matter which option I choose. Check who's won. If there are 2 minutes, right. Okay. I'm going to lose. Each player involved counts the different fame points. The difference of fame points between his money marker and his fame marker. I see. I'm going to lose regardless because I can't make my markers cross, and that's the indicator that that I would have a chance to win. I have to do that at minimum or I don't win. I can't make them cross without first earning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fame. I don't think I can figure out a way to make 9 fame based on the river. The dolphin gives me the ability to do 5, but I don't think I can because I can't do that. I don't think there's any other place. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay. And I can't make enough money either. So I can't make them cross. I could make like $10 or like 5 fame, but not enough to make like 9 or 10 fame. So he's gonna win. That's okay. I guess let's move fame closer just for the sake of it. I'm gonna get 5 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be at 39. That's not terrible. If I'm gonna lose, at least I lost within range of a victory. It wasn't like I was way far away from him for the longest time. So even though I'm gonna lose by like 1 turn or 2 turns, I at least feel like I redeemed myself there towards the end. He won by, he's here, so this is, it said difference, so 1, 2, 3, 4 fame. The difference being this distance here. So he won by 5 fame. If I had managed to make them cross, I still would have lost, because I don't think I would have been able to make them meet or cross longer than a distance of 5 fame or 4 fame. So regardless, I was definitely going to lose regardless. He won heartily. But again, I haven't played this game in years. I feel pretty good about that. And I think it really shows off and gives a good view into how the bot works. I really like the bot. I am a little bit like, wow, he doesn't spend any money, but I do feel like I could have played better too. I was focusing so much on getting fame points early from these upgrades. I neglected making any money at all. And there were a couple instances where I really had to like go begging for dice. That really hurt me. There was a couple actions in there where I had to like just get 1 die or 2 dice with 2 workers or something. It was just silly. I should have been paying more attention and spending my dice a little bit more smartly than I was. So all in all, I feel pretty good about that. I also feel like I probably could have played better, and I would have been able to do a better job against the AI. So it just makes me want to play it again. That's the whole idea, right? A good AI, in my view, as a solo player, should make you want to come back for more. Like, I almost want to set it up and go again kind of thing, but I just don't have the energy for it tonight. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. I personally did. The only thing we didn't ever see was the old pink elephant. It kind of stood there, and the bot never took advantage of him either. But that's fascinating. I know he can, because the rules even talk about like how he would get there. I just don't think the cards ever got drawn that way in order for him to go there. But yeah, this has been Rogers of the Ganges with the Maharaja solo variant from the community. Hats off to that solo designer. I think he did a great job. I'm going to definitely be playing with this bot from here on out when I play this game. And I hope it did the game justice. And I hope you're interested in Rajas. I think it's a phenomenal game. I can't speak highly enough about it again. I think it ticks so many boxes for me in terms of dice manipulation, in terms of worker placement, in terms of configurable player board, the tile placement, in terms of elegance of design and interesting gameplay. It's like this. Probably, if I were to put this in order, I'd say probably the top 3 in the top of my brain right now would probably be Castles of Burgundy, this, and Feast for Odin. But I'm not 100% sure whether Feast for Odin would go first or Feast for Odin would go after Rajas. I'm not sure. I haven't even filmed Feast for Odin. It is a beast. It's an intimidating beast that makes me go, how would I even film it? I don't know. So until I figure that out, you may not see Feast, but I've been itching to play that enough that I might get that back to the table. It is a big, gnarly beast, but boy, is it a fun game. So anyway, this reminds me a lot of Castles Burgundy and Feasts in a couple different ways. And so now I'm itching to play both of those. So thanks again for joining me. This has been Rogers of the Ganges. I have been Shub. And we'll see you again next Sunday for something completely different. All right. See you guys later.